As deliberations for day 2 of the 28th CSPOC are set to begin in a short while from now, on the sidelines of it, we are joined by Speaker of the National Assembly of Kenya, Mr. Moses Wetangula. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for taking our time speaking to Sansad TV. To begin with, if you could share your experience with us and our viewers of being in India, which is the host country often referred to as the mother of democracy. What is it that stands out for you from India's democratic culture and values?
Thank you very much. Within the context of CSPOC, as we call it, CSPOC, and the Commonwealth generally, India is a big brother. India is a big player. It is the biggest of our countries in terms of population, in terms of the depth of democracy, and in terms of development. We come here as Kenya to join other Commonwealth countries in a meeting of speakers of the Commonwealth. And my experience is that India has put on a wonderful show right from the top. The meeting was underpinned by the importance of the country puts to it by the Prime Minister himself, Narendra Modi, opening the meeting, my colleague, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Honorable Birla, giving keynote addresses. And the attendance is good. We have attendance from the entire Commonwealth strata, from the Americas, there's the Caribbean states, from Africa, which is the largest bloc in terms of numbers of states, and from the Pacific. And of course, India itself is a major player.
That's right. In terms of participation, this is the largest CSPOC forum in the history of the platform ever since it began in 1969. Talk to us about how you think the key themes this year resonate with countries like yours. How do you think it's relevant in terms of the timeliness and the contemporary challenges that democracies, especially in the global south, are fighting with regard to the use of social media, with regard to the manner in which artificial intelligence is being used, but it also has certain potential dangers and threats?
One, CSPOC brings together speakers, and speakers preside over the legislative structures of their countries. And no country that's an adherent to the rule of law will operate without proper laws, without proper regulations, without proper procedures, and the respect for the laws that the country makes. So when we meet, like we're meeting in India now, is a process of sharing experiences, good practices, precedents from comparative jurisdictions. You know, as Commonwealth, we share one common heritage under the common law, inherited from the country that was our colonial master, the UK. Now, the theme of this meeting is to look at the new scientific and technological innovations, their positives and their challenges to parliaments and society at large. Take, for example, the issue of AI. What is AI? One of the speakers asked, how can something be artificial and be intelligent at the same time? A very good question. But the whole tenor of thinking from the speakers in the conference is that all these innovations are good for enhancement and growth of society, but left unchecked, they also have their own dangers. They can be manipulated. They are business driven by those who innovate them. And if there are no moral issues around them, no ethical issues around them, they can easily lead our societies into some difficulties. So we called upon each other in our respective jurisdictions that we should encourage our parliaments and our governments and our countries to keep abreast with the developments, including regulations that will oversee the management of these issues. On issues of social media, again, the general feeling is that it has opened up communication, visibility of members of parliament with their constituents. It gives them real-time engagement with their constituents, but it also has dangers. The dangers lie into cyberbullying, fake news, misinformation, disinformation, that because of its outreach and efficiency, can easily be used to derail certain programs and careers of politicians. So we call upon everybody to be able to embrace technology, but cautiously, knowing that a wholesale embrace can easily have side dangers, but that the Commonwealth, as part of the global world, should not be left behind in technological developments.
Since you spoke about no one being left behind, India has reached out to countries because India believes in the principle of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. We believe that the world is one family, and we shouldn't be weaponizing technology. We shouldn't be adopting protectionist measures, which we are seeing by a lot of countries today because of the complexities in the geopolitics. How does Kenya and how do other countries in the region look at India's reach of development cooperation? Prime Minister spoke about how India reached out to countries during the COVID pandemic. We were reeling with the crisis back home, but we reached out to more than 150 countries with vaccines and medicines, and that has continued. Even in the face of adversity, even in the face of crisis, India does believe that we should extend our cooperation to countries that need it, and we believe in development for all. How does this approach resonate with you and like-minded countries in the region?
My country is indebted to India to the extent that during the COVID pandemic, India was at hand to support us. You send us vaccines for free as donations that helped save lives. And we've continued to cooperate and collaborate in technology transfer. A lot of Indian companies have set up factories in Kenya for manufacturing consumables in medicine and the medicines themselves, vaccines. For a long time, the third world, or the global south as we are called, has been crying for technological transfers. The global north have been keeping technology and its growth close to their chests. India has broken the ceiling and joined the arena of technologically advanced and developed countries. And we salute India to the extent that it is freely sharing its developments and innovations with the like-minded countries that have been disadvantaged because of historical injustices and other things. And I call upon countries that have technological advancement that is at par with India, or some are slightly lower or higher, to follow the example shown by India, that humanity is one. Our growth should be one. That whatever is good for India should be good for Kenya, and vice versa.
So to wrap up the conversation, Mr. Speaker, based on India's democratic journey and based on your visit to India, your experience so far, what is the best memory that you carry back home from the 28th CSPOC, which is being hosted by India?
That you can be as many in terms of population as India is, and still be organized, be orderly, and be felt by the rest of the world. That you can be an example of good deeds to the world, the way India has done. Within the last 30 years, India has made major strides in medicine, in technology, and in many other ways. And these are experiences that can be shared with countries that are following the footsteps of India, like my country, Kenya, so that we can be able to leave no country behind. In another 30, 50 years, divisions of global north and global south should be part of our history, not part of our contemporary
Absolutely.
times.
That's India's endeavor to act as a bridge between the developed and the developing countries.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir, for taking our
Thank
time
you.
speaking to us about the 28th CSPOC and your experience so far about India's leadership role in helping countries with the technology and with evolving with the changing times. It's been an absolute honor to have you with us on this platform.
Thank you, and I wish India well in its journey to the first world.
Thank you, sir. Thank
And
you.
we are following.
Thank you. We wish you a great experience in India.
Thank you.
Thank you.